Hello everyone and welcome back to Passion Sundays, the best way to end the week and start another. Our guest today stands to be the world's leading expert on influence and persuasion, Phil Hesketh. Phil, thank you very much for being here.
Pleasure.
It's an honor to have somebody with such an important topic in the world, because all this passion in the world can do nothing if you can't influence and persuade people with your passion. So what does passion mean to you?
Do you know, every successful person I've ever met, every truly successful person, when I've asked them what is it that makes you, what is it that drives you, what is it that makes you want to be successful, the answer always comes down to the fact that they're driven, like it's almost not their fault. And how the drive manifests itself is passion. And without passion, you can't be successful. Without passion, you can't be happy.
I love it. And how do you find passion?
It's a bit like confidence, isn't it? You know, where does it come from and where does it go, passion? Passion obviously comes from a great deep down desire to do something. I often talk about motivation and how people are motivated to do what they want to do. It's very difficult to motivate people. It's very difficult to persuade somebody to do something. It's very difficult to be successful if you're not passionate. So I think the message for me has always been, as it is for many people, find out what you're good at and what you like doing, because you'll be passionate at it, rather than try and be passionate about something that you don't want to do.
I love it. So it's basically find what you're passionate about, not get passionate about what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure, the ideal world, and I do appreciate many people aren't happy in their jobs, but the ideal world is find out what you're passionate about doing, because I'm passionate about what I'm doing, and then you'll be good at it, and then you'll get better at it, and then you'll enjoy it, and then you'll earn money, and so on. If you're doing something that you don't want to do, then fake it. And it might seem like a cheat to fake it, but if you are currently doing something you're not happy about doing, then fake it until you go find something you can do.
But that is, a bit idealistic, because, yes, I'm the passion guy and I want everybody to be passionate. But if you're, 40, 50 years old, you're in a job, you've got a family to take care of, you've got expenses, you've got a mortgage, you can't do what you're passionate about. How can you be passionate about what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, let's take, for example, the first thought that comes into my head is, let's say you're a dentist. So you're earning good money. Let's say you are 45 or 50 years old. You've got a mortgage, you've got children. You're passionate about that. So you've got to earn the money, and you earn good money being a dentist. But you're not passionate about dentistry. For me, what you've got to do is ask your patients about the treatment and ask them how it helps them. So you don't see yourself as being a dentist, but somebody who helps somebody get rid of pain, helps somebody have better teeth, and so on.
And how would you use these techniques or other techniques to talk about persuasion or influence in that, for that matter?
Well, what I talk about is that there are two key questions in persuasion and influence, and I have what I call 50 killer questions. Let me give you what I think are the top two. The most influential way you can be is when you ask somebody, what is the most important thing to you about? So what is the most important thing to you about this video? What is the most important thing to you about this program you're going on? What is the most important thing to you about your relationship? And then you get into what's important. And then you say, what are your expectations? Because you can't be happy if you're not meeting other people's expectations and you don't meet your own expectations. Just like in sport, somebody could get a bronze medal and be very, very happy because it's more than they expected. Get a silver medal and be unhappy because they only wanted gold.
So it's about managing your expectations and the other party's expectations.
That's exactly it. Yeah, you've got to know, well, what is the expectation of the other person and what are my expectations? And sometimes, in order to be passionate, you've got to manage your own expectations.
Wow, so it's manage your passion to be more persuasive?
Well, first of all, you've got to manage your own expectations. So what is a reasonable expectation for me personally, whoever you are? And then say, okay, now how can I achieve a little bit more than that? And you can do, and then you get passionate about achieving a bit more, because most people aren't passionate about doing the same thing day in, day out.
What is the difference actually in this context between persuasion and influence?
Okay, I think persuasion is something you do to someone. So imagine if you go home tonight and say to whoever you live with, guess what I've been persuaded to do? You wouldn't feel good about it. Have you ever gone home and said, hey, guess what I've been sold today? You don't feel good about it. I think persuasion is something you do to someone. It's a bit temporary. Influence is something that you have on people. So you can be influenced by an athlete running a race and you never meet the athlete. You can be influenced by your boss being passionate and he or she doesn't actually know they've had that influence on you. So I think influence is something you have on people.
And what would I do if I want to influence the world with passion, for example? Or how does passion relate to influence?
Sure, okay. I think passion is infectious.
Okay.
Often people say to me when I've done the thing that I do, you've inspired me. Oh, that's great. You know, what have I inspired you to do? And it's almost always what they wanted to do anyway.
Okay.
But I think you can give energy to people, you can inspire people, and that makes people passionate.
Okay, so by me becoming more passionate, I am actually influencing the world to be more of what they're passionate about. It's not necessarily that I'm impacting them with or persuading them to pursue what I believe is passion.
That's right. Because if you say, well, this is what I think passion is, therefore I'm going to inflict it on you, I don't think it works as well as if you ask what they want to do. These are those things right at the beginning I talked about, drive. What is it that makes people want to do what they do? And it's their passion and so on. For me, the key thing is that when you are passionate, it's like giving off energy.
Phil, what an amazing way to conclude the episode, and really appreciated having you here.
Pleasure being here.
Pleasure. Passion! What do you think? I would really love to hear your opinion. Let us know your thoughts on the blog below, and if you found it useful, share it with your friends. And if you'd like more tools, tips, techniques, and exclusive interviews that I only share on my website, go to moustafa.com. And until next episode, live passionately.